Well, it can only get scary. Enough of the times humans are scared of their own light, and when that happens, it's either you get scared or that fulfills you, that gives you more light and strength to do more of that and impact people more.
We love reggae music, we love dancehall music, we love Jamaican culture. Bob Marley involved in our independence and him sing a song for Zimbabwe.
Since moving to Zimbabwe from Jamaica in 2020, I've always heard about Zim dancehall artist Nutty O. As a Jamaican, people would always ask my opinion on Zim dancehall music, even though I've never really been a fan of dancehall.
And there's nothing you can do, because at the end of the day, Cartel say, we are black people. And we are black people, and we are forward and we are like black people music. That's why we love Massacre. That's why we love Bounty Killer. That's why we love Vibes Cartel. That's why we love every Jamaican artist, because that's our music. That's why Zimbabwe have dancehall.
Dancehall fan or not, Nutty O's talent is undeniable. So Tony and I were extremely excited when we got the chance to meet an artist who quickly went from being an underdog in one of Zimbabwe's toughest neighborhoods to being one of the country's biggest musical artists. We met up at his studio, and in good old Jamaican fashion, we had to do some dance moves. Now, the first interesting thing we discovered about Nutty O was that he was not just a musician, but also practiced martial arts for fitness and discipline.
Alright, let me try again.
Yeah, I tried again and again and again.
Yay! Exactly. I think I'm done. This something is harder than I thought.
Something like that. But then the basic idea is to try to get things out of your way.
He didn't just keep us in the studio, but also took us to see the other facets of his life that make him who he is. First, we went to one of his matches with the Zim Musician Soccer Club, then later to Rufaro Stadium in Mbare, the inner city community where he was born and raised.
This is the iconic Rufaro Stadium in Mbare.
Africa's finest.
You know, say man, I Bugatti. Yeah. I got you more than them can't stop it. It's $1 million they in my pocket. AVX thing, not them can't stop it.
Yeah.
You know, say man, I Bugatti. I got you more than them can't park it. $1 million they in my pocket. It's a AVX thing, not them can't stop it. Alright, that one. Yeah, that was 2017 for me.
Yeah. So I've got a friend called Udemaya.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also like a travel blogger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Ghanaian. So we went to Ghana that one time. We went to this party and then Stoneboy was there.
Stone, yeah.
Yeah, then he introduces me. I was like, oh, this is my friend from Zim. Then I'm like, yeah, so do you know any artists from
Zim?
Yeah, you mentioned it. Yeah. Like, it's quite crazy.
Yeah,
you know? It's quite crazy because, you know, the influence.
Zimbabwe, Ghana, ability extension. Pablo, coming to you from another.
Stone is my big brother. Stone is my brother like that. If I've ever had any family outside Zimbabwe, you know, family musicians,
right,
it has to be Stoneboy and Pato Rankin. Those boys, those guys have held it down for me big time.
Is your home or office in need of a fresh look? True Ultimate Construction and Artisan Painters are your #1 choice in Harare, so look no further. An established painting company since 2019, we bring color to life, transforming your spaces with care, quality, and precision. Our Fix and Supply service provides an all-in-one solution for clients by simplifying material sourcing and management. We provide seasoned painters with extensive experience, reliable and efficient service, expert guidance, and cost-effective pay-per-unit service facilities. True ultimate construction and artisan painters. 5-star quality without the 5-star price. Boost painting efficiency and reduce waste. Call us today. So this is like your own place?
Yeah. I don't want to go out there, especially to people's places. You know how it is. You invade people's places, people end up taking you in vibes, or people take you places you don't belong.
How did you get into music?
You don't get into music. You say that
Music in you?
Yeah, you're born into music, you're born with the music, you're born within the music. This is me, I was born a musician. I'm honored God showed me the way. You know, Judge showed me the way a long time. You know, I'm a musician. As much as I am all of these things that I believe I am.
With every minute we spent with him, Nutty O's charisma and positive attitude to life became more evident.
Nice.
Do you wanna play? You wanna play? Let's play sometime. Yeah, so you see the settings. We'll have soccer, we'll have football. It's a part of the art. If Bob Marley was alive, you could ask him, what's with football and music? I love football, so our thing, football is our thing. If you don't see me home on the weekend, it says I'm watching football, I support Liverpool. Liverpool badness to the world.
Yeah, baddest team.
And we play. You know, today we lost 1-0. But yeah, the people behind the camera will tell you, man at the moment same way, man at the match. So yeah, that's it. It's art. And somehow music and football have some level of relativity. If you're a musician, you obviously could be a baller, or you love football. That's how it go, hand in hand. So that's me, number 23, special.
Ability extension.
LeBron James, sometimes 23, sometimes number 6. But if you say 2 times 3, that's 6, that's LeBron. 3, that's Iverson. 23, that's Michael Jordan. And that's me too. MVP.
He's a solo musician, but a team player at heart. Tell us who Nutty O is. Who's Nutty O?
Nutty O is a mover, is a shaker. Nutty O is not just a musician, he's a speaker, he's a motivator.
I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
I inspire a lot of people. I just recently been looking back where I came from as a musician to the position that I am right now. I've come a long way, and a lot of people look up to me big time. Youths. There's a generation of people that believe in me, that believe that I will not fail them in some sort.
I won't disappoint my nation. I won't disappoint the people that believe in me. The biggest and the baddest garrison, the ghetto, Mbare. I'm from Mbare. I still rep Mbare.
Born and raised in Mbare, an inner-city community in Harare, Nutty O refers to himself as a ghetto youth. He had to conquer many social ills and obstacles to have the success he has today.
I'll take you to my hood, Mbare. I'll take you to Mbare, the iconic Mbare. And I'll take you to the Rufaro Stadium where Bob Marley performed 1980 Independence, because that's where I come from. I come from Mbare. That's my hood. That's my ghetto. So I'll take you to Mbare then, yeah. Cool. Yeah.
DJ Ability Extension.
It's hot. It's hot.
My banana actually so.
About them, my freeze.
Freeze it for what we call freeze it. Suck.
What do you call it?
Suck.
Suck. Yeah,
your mind. Take your mind out of the gutter. Or
but it makes sense. Suck,
you're sucking it, yeah.
And then the times on the road, yeah.
When's the last time you had freeze it?
I don't know, 3-4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years. Them there. That's it. Wait. I'm going one. I think we freeze so every time getting my wheeze or the next color. So is it true? Take the home and kill your youth. I call it in Jamaica.
Suck. Oh, freezes. Oh, thank you.
They give one to your youth.
Thanks. Our next stop was Rufaro Stadium.
The iconic Rufaro Stadium, that's where it performed.
Rufaro Stadium.
Yeah, Rufaro Stadium, that's the name. Iconic stadium. Iconic because of Bob Marley. Iconic of, that independence. And a lot of things that goes in Mbare sports. This is the home stadium for Mbare Dynamos. One of the baddest teams in Zimbabwe. That's my team. Yeah, from Mbare. We have to revisit Mbare. This is the home stadium. And it's our stadium. We love it as it's our iconic place. As iconic as Mbare is, just Rufaro is also pivotal in that role.
Right.
So yeah, Bob Marley performed, and I heard it was a stampede.
Yeah, Mayor said when I came, I was like, how come them have a stampede? But I guess this wasn't here. The brick wall.
No, all of it was here. All of it was here.
So people were stampede over?
Yeah, people were outside, couldn't get in. It was filled inside, and people were outside still want to get in. People were forcing themselves in to see Bob Marley. And police, I heard there was a tear gas situation going on. So yeah.
And he kept playing, huh?
He kept playing. He didn't move an inch. He was playing. That's how iconic it was. It's all in his documentary too. Reggae and dancehall is our music. That's the biggest genre in Zimbabwe, and we will forever be the biggest genre. Reggae will forever be one of the biggest genre in Africa, because even the Afrobeats, the reggae and dancehall inspired what's going on with Afrobeats. You cannot separate it. If you listen to be an Afrobeat song, be an Afrobeat artist, a dancehall artist. You see? And as far as Zimbabwe is concerned, and so many other countries, dancehall and reggae is the biggest genre, and will forever be the biggest genre in Zimbabwe. And the influences came from Bob Marley. Bob Marley left a seed, and we're the product of the seed. We are the product. Yeah. We do it because of Bob Marley. We have a right because of Bob Marley, because Bob Marley left the seed. That's how we go too.
While in studio, I saw the fruit of that seed Bob Marley left. His passion and pure talent left me in awe.
What's freestyling is you just jumping on the lyrics you have already and just jumping on a different thing.
You know that trick, right? A lot of people understand that. Like right now, if you ask me to freestyle, I can think of something I did right, when I know well, and then adjust it to
I'll just take my song on a different beat. And then the lyrics here.
Let's hear.
I did let's hear the lyrics here. So
this is so cool.
Midnight. This was what I was doing. What time was this?
So this not released yet, no, nothing.
This was 2 a.m. in the morning.
Sneak peek, guys.
It's working.
This was 2 a.m. in the morning.
It's working.
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
You see, to be great at anything where you do, no matter what, you have to put in the work. One of the first things I learned from being around Nutty O was how dedicated and serious he is about the quality of his work.
We all have a purpose in this journey of life. And I feel like my purpose is to use the music instrument to inspire, empower, and just put a smile on people's faces.
It must be different knowing now, right? You can go somewhere and almost everybody can recognize you. You go somewhere and you can almost control the emotions of the whole stadium, you know what I mean? How you feel that impact you as a person?
Well, it can only get scary, and it can only get more fulfilling between the two. And enough of the times humans are scared of their own light, and when that happens, it's either you get scared or that fulfills you, that gives you more light and strength to do more of that and impact people more. So I'm more on the positive side. I'm more inspired. I feel fulfilled when that happens. I'm more curious to see what more positive stuff can I do with that level of influence, even if it grows bigger than this, because it's bound to. So yeah, it's just an interesting aspect of things. It's an interesting feeling. I like it. I enjoy it. Jamaican music has a big influence, not only on me, but everybody else around. But then, that's where I came from.
I actually noticed that. I know, like, when we met, you could actually understand patois.
Yeah.
You can talk patois.
Yeah, man. You know the thing go already. So as you reason, you could as you throw in a little patois in there and just a respond same way.
Yeah. So, I mean, I found that very interesting, and the fact that you've actually had collabs before
with Jamaican artists. Yeah, and it's a big community for me. It's a big link. I have Jamaican friends. Enough of my friend them. Real friend. Big up Cass down in Kinshasa. It's Jamaican, it's Caribbean. Big up Icon, Didi Dan, Idonia cousin. My friend, my brother, my producer, that straight from Kingston, Jamaica.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, and we have enough Jamaican friends and enough Jamaican, Ranger, and just recently, Reggae Flavors in Zimbabwe and Ranger and the item, my people same way. Enough artists, big up the Marco, Zin, Chilando, yeah, and who else? Enough artists.
Throughout our conversation, it was extremely evident that he not only values international collaborations, but genuinely respects Jamaican artists and is working hard to bring Zim music to a similar level of global dominance.
Who's gonna take my heart, turn the way? Who's gonna break my heart, turn the way?
Africa Unite album. That was a Bob Marley Africa album. Big artists from across board in Africa, and I was part representing Zimbabwe. Me and my brethren Winky D.
Amazing.
We were part representing Zimbabwe, and the base is large. The base is just big. So many milestones and so many things to talk about as far as this is concerned. But that Bob Marley thing being a highlight. And also I featured on Etana's Reggae Forever album, which was nominated for the Grammys.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, shout out to Etana, one of the baddest songstress, reggae songstress ever to come out of Jamaica. As much as Jamaica and the Caribbean and Africa are one, root-wise, Zimbabwe is more as an urge. Reggae and dance is the biggest genre here in Zimbabwe right now. Still is for the longest time, and I don't think that will ever change. There will be dynamics within it. Yeah, we say Afro beats, Afro like me. Right now, I'm my thing is Afro dancer.
Right.
Cause true we are African.
You have to still represent yourself.
True we are African.
Yeah.
So our African fusion, which is still the foundation of everything we're talking about right here. Our African songs, some of them, we infuse them with the dancehall and the reggae to make it Afro reggae or Afro dancehall. But then you go deep, this is one thing. Dancehall is dancehall, reggae is reggae, and it has roots from Africa. So it's still one thing, even though we try to put terminologies, it's just one difficult part of the music now, people having to put terms and things.
What do you make of Buju's comment?
Tell me one Afrobeat song I can uplift us. You didn't make any impact.
I respect Buju, and I think for the first time, that's one Buju interview that really appealed to me. Buju is a wise man. It's unfortunate a lot of people don't see what he said in there. And other people have, took it the other way, because, people always decipher things their way. But Buju wasn't wrong. Buju's message wasn't wrong. Buju's target part was, what are we saying in the music? It's a matter of degree rather than kind. How many African songs are about liberating, about empowering the black man, are about making the black man look good compared to the others?
Yeah, man.
You know, we sing about girl enough time. We sing about girl enough time. We sing about party long time. We sing about any other thing more than the positive songs, the songs that made us, that reminds us how powerful and how in control we are. That was his point, I guess. And it's a fair point, because honestly speaking, Afrobeat is the baddest thing right now. Afrobeat would still be the baddest, because it's one thing, if you ask me. There is no separation. The Caribbean music has African foundation. Jamaican music is African foundation.
Right.
We are all one people.
Right.
So dancehall, reggae, Afrobeat still. You can't talk of Afrobeat without dancehall and reggae. There is some, you know, these genres, these genres intertwine together. So it's one thing. So the message still is one, unity and love. And Buju was just saying, do we have more songs about unity and love?
And uplifting the people.
And uplifting the people more than the other type of songs. And which is true.
Something I've heard from a lot of artists is that it can actually affect your earning. To say, most people, I'm not gonna say most, a lot of artists find that when they do a certain type of music, them get to propel more internationally, them make more money, them get to go more shows.
You want the money? Go get it. But what's going to be said about you later on?
If you try to be too conscious, too, good, it's like you don't really progress professionally. Is that like a
that's
real
what
thing?
That's what people say, and it's just perspective. And that was Buju's point exactly. Who told you that if you become conscious you will not earn? And why would you want to earn from unconsciousness?
Right.
At the end of the day, because we are human beings. You're gonna be a mom, you're gonna be a father, you're gonna have children, you're gonna have youths to lead. Are you gonna lead these youths based on things that are not real? Because life is real. At the end of the day, what is the purpose of this music? Music is godly. Music is Jaja, a Jaja in it. Is he? So how do you use the music? Positively or negatively? You could use it negatively and propel and say you want the money because certain things give you quick money. Like profanity. Definitely people like that. We're living in an age where people like negative things more than positive things. If I drop them right now, people would rather take picture.
Don't help you.
And yeah, you see? That's crazy. So I prefer, we say, more positive music on the ground compared to the other side. You can still be positive in a
fun way.
In a funny way still. You could have still sing girl song or or what am I say? Chopper song. You could have still sing, there's something there. We like things that are not us more than the reality. You find somebody with Brock floss in a club.
Next day you come out here that have no money for rent.
No money for rent.
Groceries.
You find people who never in a relationship or never in any sustainable relationship preach up and teach people about love. What how certain people should handle them relationship and thing. The people who are given the microphone to speak are not eligible. Yeah, enough of the times. The man who have the mic is not the one. In essence, the best artist is not the number one artist. That's the word we're living in. You never hear the best artist being number one. People say, man, I dropped no album yet for the past 2 years because my album still the baddest album. They might tell me.
Right.
Master Sid.
Yeah, and we find it hard to release another album if my album still the baddest album.
Why should you?
That was a masterpiece.
But actually at least working on things.
I'm working on things.
And then you'll drop it when the time is right.
Yeah, and people still give me pressure. We have enough music and less good music.
Right.
We have enough tracks and less good music.
Because something, if you notice, you have there's certain music that no matter what, 10 years pass, you can still listen to them.
Exactly.
Then you have some artists that release music back to back to back, and it's hot for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then it disappears. Like,
remember, hot will get cold.
music.
Remember, hot will get, anytime you're chasing hot, you will get cold. And I believe in substance, things that stay. My music is still out there. I'm still performing. People still tell me that album is still the best. And I find it difficult for me to release another album if they still say that.
Right.
So in due time, how you find Zim Dancer?
I feel like Zim Dancehall sound like Jamaican dancehall, but in Shona. I don't know. That's how it sounds to me.
Yeah, it sounds like Jamaican dancehall, but sung in our native language.
Yeah.
So is it a good thing? You feel like, what's your in-depth analysis on the quality, the substance, and do you think, because there's always been an argument about Zim Dancer, being you have to export that sound outside.
The exporting.
Yeah.
So
do you think that sound exportable?
I feel like, in the same way Jamaican dancehall exportable, right? Zim Dancehall can be, but it can be exportable. But in terms of Zimbabwe as an identity, in music, I feel like they must just have something unique. I don't know if it's drums or whatever, have something unique where you can hear. So even like I really like Ja Praiser. I feel like Ja Praiser's music give that sound, but then a lot of people say it now, like international. I don't know.
How you feel about? It's the same question goes back to Jamaica. How you feel about the new crop of dancer? How you say about it? Because nowadays, new sounds, new artists.
It's like trap dancehall now.
Trap dancehall, all of that.
I'm not gonna lie. It took me a while to get adjusted to the new sound.
But then you see, for me, it's like that's the disadvantage of globalization, and that's the disadvantage of the internet as a whole. Why? Because before there was this uniqueness in things, so I would get to enjoy the uniqueness of Ethiopia, right? I would get to enjoy the uniqueness of Nigeria. I would get to enjoy the uniqueness of the States and the uniqueness of Jamaica. But now the sound that's coming out is almost blended
with other songs.
It's almost a common sound world over.
And we can't fight it because we're living in a digital world. The world is at one right now.
It's all something the same,
Yeah,
almost.
We're living in a digital world and the world is at one right now. It's like Zimbabweans right now. You ask me, people are always really about we need to find something unique, something that is ours, something that you look at the roots, nobody has nothing. Because something that we think is ours was there before. It's not really ours. And we listen to all of these sounds. Kanindo, we have Sambura, we listen to everything. We consume everything. So we become a hybrid of all of these things.
Right.
So definitely our dancehall has to sound like Jamaican dancehall, because dancehall and reggae is from Jamaica, regardless, and Africa loves it. So it has to pay homage to the original. But then I'm saying there are roots, the African roots.
Anyway, it's still
one thing. Yeah, one thing. So we shouldn't find it difficult to understand each other. Like there shouldn't be like a divorce between the Caribbean and Africa. If anyone now speaks that conversation, then that's a problem. Because we are one people. Unless there's some Jamaican man who say they don't track back to the roots of Africa.
Which Jamaican man that?
Well,
them can say it, but the fact is the fact.
See,
as long as the skin look like.
So we are one people, and I think with ours in dancehall, it will take time for us to identify with whatever it is. Like everything is a process. We will get there, but I believe what I have observed. They say, obviously, language is nothing. But enough of the times the music we know is because of the language that was used. Zimbabweans, Africans, and everywhere. Because what is the most eligible language to use when the communication is down? It's English. It's English.
Yeah.
Like it or not. Our systems are like that. We even learn Shona with a little bit of English in it. You get what I mean? So we understand Nigerian music because of the English. The pidgin. But it's
we use patois.
Yeah, it's pidgin what? English. You can tell this is some English.
So yes, maybe if in Zim we start to mixing more English in it.
Exactly, it's a mix. Like, you know, what I do, I mix Shona and English.
Cause every new day brings a different vibe. Turn an opportunity to rectify.
You always have to represent your nation in your native language. So I feel like a part of what we're dealing with right now is trying, like I was saying, trying to globalize, which is a must, because you know, if you don't globalize, we only take 10 million people, and these people, maybe 100,000 of them only stream music.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a situation where the artists are so proud of their music, but they're poor and they have nothing to show for it. But then if you globalize,
you can make money.
You make more money because you it's not just your few people from your land that listen to you. It's everyone outside. That's why Jamaica is okay.
I was just about to say how much of your Jamaican artist friend them tell you said them most of the money they don't actually make it from in a Jamaica. It's made from outside.
Exactly. And that I know. And that me know.
Yeah.
And that me know. And that's the difference with us now in Jamaican artists. Jamaica, small country. I mean 3-4 million
Very
people.
Small.
And look the large impact it has on the world. And it's because of the Jamaican patois. It has some English and some of them people are fluent. And we kind of hear what you get what I mean? So I believe it's essential for someone to understand. Imagine you could vibe. What if you could understand?
And funny enough, if you think back on Bob Marley, he actually sung in English, if you notice, just like is kind of like broken English sometime, if that's a term, or I'm singing with a Jamaican accent, but it was English all the time. You can follow Wema say, you have a really strong point.
Exactly. So I believe that's it, because it's communication at the end of the day. Yes, you want to vibe, but what are you vibing to? That's why people would worship the devil blindly. Because if I vibe you follow, then you go worship the devil blindly.
Cannot hear the words.
But then if I know what you're saying, I hear like 3 little birds, I know exactly what 3 little birds are. I know exactly, no man, no cry. Yeah, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So much trouble in the world.
Yeah, you have a good point.
It's communication. I have to sing. So I think if Zim Dancer, the upgrade would be fully singing in English, like English accent, English, and try tapping maybe that it can cross into markets because it's easy for other people to consume it.
Don't necessarily change the sound. Keep the sound, but make it audible.
And people must understand, because it's communication at the end of the day. The communication aspect of things. What are you saying? But some
Zimbabweans probably want to be like, no, we need to stay true, like you were saying.
I am true because I am true because I'm Zimbabwean. The majority of the nations, they learn English. It's a fact. So you can fight it.
Run away from it.
You can run away from it, and you can use it as an advantage to your music. I believe if your music would reach to more people outside the world, the more chances are you breaking through, making more money and making more revenue through the streams and etc. You get what I mean? And influence, even a chance to go and do a show. That's why Bob Marley music, like I never really thought about it. Bob Marley music, English.
Yeah, it is.
English accent too. Feel sometimes
1 and 2 patois.
You could tell it's a Jamaican, but then that's what I think. So with Zim Dancer, that's what I think. You need to make sure we make a choice to decide if you want to take the music out or you want the music to remain within our own circles. If that's it, we can keep it the way it is. If you want to go further, we need to tweak when necessary. Put some necessary tweaks.
Right.
Apparently, because we have to use the English in the kwatiri chisalad. Chisalad. But correct some system chisalad. And this is
right. You see what you're saying now? Him start talking to Shana, right? Me one Jamaican. Suppose me liking music, and then he start do that.
No, there's context.
What's going to happen?
There's actually
That's what you
context
think,
to what I
right?
asked you.
Yeah, but then it's a bar because whenever someone doesn't really understand what you're saying, even if your song is deep and it's meaningful,
Yeah.
Still there, yeah.
it can entirely be about
Points
vibe.
made. Points
It can
made.
entirely be about vibe. You know, vibe. You
Point
can play
made.
drums all day. That's a vibe. But
Right.
what is it beneath the someone may be doing a ritual or something? Yeah.
Right.
So you must know. That's what I believe. So yeah.
Somebody might say, okay, if you're going to follow you guys say, oh, Majoma. Like, if you're going
Majoma.
to, yeah, if you're going to be like the Jamaicans or whatever, they think of negative things regarding Jamaica, like drugs and violence and all sorts of things that they exist, but they're not the entirety of Jamaica, and they don't also mean, say, it's one with the music. You know, people sing about it in dancehall as a expression of what they see in society. But there's this belief of some, you know, that it reinforces these negative stereotypes. Do you feel like the influence that Jamaica has had on music here is only musical? If you'll say it have any negative impacts, and if yes or no, explain.
Well, I wouldn't answer that because that's for everybody to answer for themselves. Honestly, because it's subjective. Music always a music. It's not only Jamaican music. Right. Rhythm and blues. If you go to rhythm and blues, if you ask me if there are positives and negatives that the music has influence onto society, I will tell you. So music has to be like that. Music wouldn't be as perfect like that. Because if Jamaican artists sing about chopper, them have chopper music and them sing about gun songs, them have gun songs a road, definitely it will influence somebody out there. Right? Definitely it's gonna influence somebody out there. So whatever violent aspect dancer comes with from its root, yes, it can travel through. And there are certain people who are aggressive because of the music. There's certain people who are influenced by the music to move a certain way or to behave a certain way. You see, so now it goes back to the practitioner. When you listen to the music, what do you do? But then there's a lot of positive that comes with the music too, and certain people I have changed, certain people have refurnished their character and attitude because of the music. Some people have been fortified, they've been strengthened with the music. So it's two sides of the coin and it's subjective. Each one will answer for themselves what the music has done for them. But we see what's happening in society. If there is violence in society, definitely music has a part to play because music influence is bigger. If there is positivity in society, music has a part to play because music inspires and instills positivity in people too. So that's my answer.
Lord, your mercy is my pillar.
Music is godly. The practitioner might not be. Yeah, does it make sense? Like you would ask me a question, why is it certain people
They use music for bad things.
Yeah, there's people certain things would do the opposite, but their music is uplifting. Yeah? How do you answer that?
Explain that.
So that's why I say music itself is God. But then the practitioner might not be godly. But then just how godly it is, God can still use any one of his kids, the evil of the righteous, to send his message. The musicality, God is within that. It's godly. It's spiritual. It's a force of God. It's the spirit of God.
So if it's like that, right, it means it's a very, very important tool in life. How do you hope to use it?
Like how I've been using it lately. Like I don't change nothing about my music, and I don't wish anything to change. I've been using it positively.
This is my prayer, and it's a very powerful one for 2021 going into the next and beyond. You see, power is in the mind. Strength is in the mind. You trying to express it kinetically is just an expression. It's just a demonstration. It's just a translation of what's in there. I want you to fix your mindset. No matter what, do not let life situations take you down. Do not let the enemy take you down. Do not let nothing at all take you out. I want you to come back powerful and emerge no matter what. Is it? What we tell them? Well.
Everybody else who's a fan of me is someone who is inspired, is someone who has been taken from a certain point to another point, is someone who has been taken out of depression, someone who has been empowered mentally, someone who has been empowered, someone who has been given hope and strength to move. I know many people have different reasons why they would want to get into music. It looks cool, you want to be famous and to be known by a lot of people, but then I believe music is not something that you can just play with like that. You know, music is spiritual, music is bigger, music is godly. You cannot play with music. You can't just do music just because you want to be famous. That's why you would end up losing it, because when you get famous, you might get overwhelmed. And it requires you to do more than just being famous. You need to do something with that fame that can impact and change. So you need to have that calling, and you need to understand that it's your calling.
I started this video by telling you I've never been a dancehall fan, whether in Jamaica or Zimbabwe. But I ended today being a huge fan of Nutty O.
I get to do these things when everyone is asleep. So when everyone wakes up, they have an opinion about the music. Do you get me?
After you've been working so hard.
You get me? People wake up and they have an opinion about the music. You were sleeping.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know how many nights. And you're sleeping and you just wake up and you're like, yeah, this music is trash. Oh, you should have done that. You should have done that.
That's crazy.
You should have done that. People amaze me. But we like the fact that we do these things when they are sleeping.
I'm a fan of his authenticity, humility, attention to detail, his attitude of excellence, and his ambition to take Zimbabwean music to widespread global greatness. Nutty O's talent, passion, vision, and open-mindedness easily makes him Zimbabwe's most likely candidate to propel Zim Dancehall to unprecedented international appeal and popularity. His story of rising from adversity to becoming a champion of upliftment, encouragement, and positivity to Zimbabwean youth facing similar challenges is one worthy of being told.
The hours don't lie. The time you take on things, that will not lie. You take time, you want to be a thief, surely you can be one hell of a thief. You can be one hell of a thief if you just take time on it, you know. And I take time on my music.